Hey everyone, welcome back to channel. If you are new here, thank you for your supporting, and if you have been with me for a while, you know exactly what kind of day is this going because I am standing in the middle of one of the biggest roads I have ever filmed in my life. I want to just start by setting the scenes for you because pictures and video only capture so much right now. I'm surrounded by what be thousands of people that are packed into this state. And this guys is actors, because they don't sit well. Off my shoulders, kids sitting on their parents' laps, groups or friends standing at the top just to get a better view. There is a kind of buzz, the air that you can't really fake. You can feel that everyone here is waiting for something, and that anticipation honestly contagious. I've been traveling filming for a while now. One of the things I always try to do is bring you into moments like this. This is not just show your postcard of a place, but actually if you feel it. I like to stand where I am standing, and today is one of those days where I don't think I even need to try that hard because the energy is doing all work for me. So let me back a little and tell you how I ended up here. I heard about this gathering before I arrived. That's honestly nothing prepares for you actually see in person. The scale of it's completely different. One standing in instead of reading about it online. I walked up expecting maybe a few hundred people, and I found this an hillside forested covered street array morsing from every direction. One thing that really struck walking this through the crowd is how normal it feels. Everyone is for them. This is routine, this is just something. They do something, their community comes together for that. For me, as someone is calm, the afterlife is generally one of more memorable I think I have experienced. This trip and constraint is something I think about a lot when I travel. The things that are everyday life or for group people can be completely extraordinary for another. That's really all reason I came here. Let me walk through this more view around me. Behind the crowd you can see some of local architecture and that lighting structure distance. It's a nice landmark if you are ever trying to find spot yourself. The step is themselves lead down to an open plaza which is where I am right now, and where every people are walking through service bikes just going about their day, even with all of happening around them. It's a nice reminder that even in the middle of something big everyday life doesn't stop. People are still commuting, still running errands, still having their normal routines right at a local site. Massively quickly. Now, if you are thinking about visiting a place like this I want to give you a few practical tips because I always think behind this scene. Practical stuff is just useful. The pretty short first get here early. If you want a good spot, by the time I arrived most of the viewing areas were already full and I had to work my around the edge to get decent food. Second, drink water and sun protection if you are going to be standing around for a while because events like this can run long and there is not always shade available. Third, in Sunday, be respectful of the space. This is a meaningful gathering. The people here not tourist attraction built for visitors, so it's important to be mindful. That's an outside filming and observing I also want to talk a little bit about some emotional experience like this because I think that gets lost sometimes in travel content. There is something genuinely moving being surrounded by that many people who are all focused on the same thing. Same a good way we become part of something bigger or just I have felt that conquer sporting events and religious gathering in different cultures and I felt again today it's one of those universal human experiences it translates no matter where I live from what language you speak. The feeling is being part of crowd is excited about something together. Let's talk a bit about culture context. Here is because I think it helps to understand not just what they are achieving, that's why it matters. Gathering like usually are deep roots. They are tied to community tradition, sometimes religious or seasonal celebration. Sometimes just shared a local event grown over the year into something this big. Understanding a little bit of that background change how experience is not just a big crowd is a live traditional that see these people have been part of some previous generation. And also religious practices that these are even on the daily exercise from that making me feel I know that actually human it's not just it's I was of teenagers who are probably ገና ከአሁኑ እየተንቀጠቀጠ ነው። መሬት ላይ አስቀምጥ። አረንጓዴ ለበሰ አረ ነገር ማሽንት የነዛ ይቀርናል። ቦታ ቦታቸውን ይዟል። ማነው አሸናፊው ነው? ጀምሩ ሾኮላቸው ኧረ ስማ ቀስ ቀስ ብለህ አይቻልም 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 ይመለስ ባሪያው አይቻልም መልስ የባሪያው ይመለስ የባሪያው ይመለስ ኧረ በእናትህ አይኑ እንደዚህ What today has meant of this trip overall? I have had some incredible days into the journey so far, but today generally stands out. There's something different about experienced moments, he said. Collective versus quieter, more or solo moments. I usually feel both have their place, but today reminders me why I love the bigger, louder, more chaotic days just as much the claims one. Before I let you go for this part of video, I want to say thank you again for watching always. Through this, if you are enjoying getting to experience this with me, let me know in the comments. I always read them and I love hearing which parts of Pizza please. Let me know if you have ever been part of crowd like yourself anywhere in the world. What experience was like for you? Alright, let's keep going. There is still more of this place I want to show you before we wrap. Don't forget to subscribe.